Have you ever geared up, turned the key, hit the start button, and all you get is a sad little click? It's one of the worst feelings for any motorcyclist. And let's be real, motorcycle batteries aren't cheap. But here's the truth. Most riders are slowly killing their batteries without even realizing it. Bad habits, simple neglect, and a lack of know-how are silently draining your bike's lifeline. But the good news? Your battery could easily last twice as long if you just treat it right. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know how to avoid the most common battery-killing mistakes and save yourself from wasting money on replacements. Bad habit number 1, letting it die in winter. Let's kick this off with a big one, letting your battery die over the winter months. I get it, the cold sets in, you park your bike, cover it up, and forget about it until spring. But here's what's happening while it sits. Your battery slowly loses charge in the cold, and before long, it won't hold a charge at all when riding season returns. Lead-acid batteries especially hate being left in a low-charge state. When that happens, sulfation kicks in. That's when crusty deposits build up on the battery plates, and it won't recharge properly anymore. Not good. The fix? Use a trickle charger or a smart battery tender. These little devices keep your battery topped up without overcharging it. Plug it in whenever your bike's parked for more than a week or two, especially in winter. Your battery will be ready and waiting when you are. Bad habit 2, too many short rides. Next up, those quick rides to the store or around the block, they're actually hurting your battery. A lot of people think a short ride will help recharge the battery, but it actually does the opposite. See, starting your bike uses a ton of power, and unless you ride for at least 20 to 30 minutes, your charging system won't have enough time to fully replenish that power. Do this often enough, and your battery will stay weak and die prematurely. The solution? Make time for longer rides when you can. And if short trips are unavoidable, hook your bike up to a battery tender now and then to keep it healthy. Bad habit number 3, power-hungry accessories. Got a phone charger, GPS, or extra lights wired directly to your battery? Be careful. Those accessories can slowly drain power, even when your bike's turned off. Newer bikes sometimes block this, but older ones, not so much. If those gadgets stay connected while your bike sits, the battery takes tiny hits of power loss every day. After a few days, you might go to start your bike and nothing. Easy fix. Wire accessories through the ignition so they only draw power when your key's on. Or if your bike's going to sit a while, unplug them entirely. Bad habit number 4, ignoring dirty connections. Another sneaky problem? Dirty battery terminals. A little bit of corrosion might not look like much, but it creates resistance that makes it harder for your battery to deliver power. That means weak headlights, sluggish starts, and eventually a dead battery that leaves you stranded. The fix is simple. Check your battery terminals regularly. If you see white, green, or crusty buildup, clean it off with a mixture of baking soda and water and a small brush. After you've cleaned them, apply a bit of dielectric grease or petroleum jelly to protect against future corrosion. It's quick, easy, and it'll save your electrical system a lot of stress. Bad habit number 5, too much heat. Now, everyone talks about how cold weather kills batteries, and it does. But guess what? Heat can be even worse. Parking your bike in direct sunlight or a boiling hot garage cooks your battery from the inside out. That heat causes the battery fluid to evaporate, which damages internal parts and shortens the battery's lifespan. If you live in a hot climate or ride in the summer sun a lot, do this. Park your bike in shaded areas whenever possible and avoid stuffy, unventilated garages. If extreme heat is part of your everyday life, consider switching to an AGM, absorb glass mat, or lithium battery. They're a bit more expensive up front, but they handle heat way better and tend to last much longer. Bad habit number 6, revving at a standstill. Okay, I know some people love to blip the throttle at stoplights, parking lots, or whenever they see a crowd, but revving your engine while the bike's stationary might look cool to some and absolutely wreck your battery. Why? Because it uses electrical power without giving the charging system enough time or load to properly recharge the battery. If your battery's already weak, those random revs can push it over the edge. Pro tip: keep your bike idling at normal speed when stopped. Save the throttle blips for when you actually need them, like passing a truck or getting onto the freeway. Bad habit number 7, repeatedly starting and stopping your bike. Ever see someone fire up their bike, let it run for 30 seconds, then shut it off, and repeat that a few times? Yeah, don't be that person. Each start takes a hefty amount of battery power, and unless the bike runs long enough to let the charging system refill that power, you're just draining your battery over and over again. This shortens its life dramatically. Solution? If you start your bike, let it run for a few minutes, ideally until it reaches normal operating temperature. That way, the battery can recover some of the juice it lost starting up. And if you're not actually going for a ride, there's no point in starting it at all. Using the wrong battery type. Not all motorcycle batteries are created equal, and using the wrong type of battery for your bike can cause no end of problems. Sure, grabbing the cheapest lead-acid battery off the shelf might save you a little cash up front, but it could leave you stranded later. Some bikes, especially those with high compression engines or loaded with electronics, require an AGM or even a lithium battery. Drop a basic lead-acid unit into a setup like that, and it might struggle to crank the engine and fail prematurely. Here's what you do. Always check your owner's manual or your current battery specs before replacing it. Match the correct size, type, and cold cranking amps, CCA, rating. Investing a little more in a quality-compatible battery saves you headaches, breakdowns, and money in the long run. Bad habit number 9, letting the bike sit too long. This one's a battery killer, leaving your motorcycle parked and forgotten for weeks or even months without starting or riding it. Batteries naturally discharge over time, and if left sitting too long, a lead-acid battery can drop so low it suffers permanent damage through sulfation. And once sulfation sets in, even the best charger in the world won't bring it back to life. Simple fix: ride your motorcycle regularly. Even a 20 to 30 minute ride once a week can keep your battery healthy. Can't ride that often? Plug in a battery tender or trickle charger to maintain the charge. A battery that stays active lives way longer than one left to slowly die in a cold, dark garage. Bad habit number 10, overcranking the starter. We've all been there. You press the start button, the bike won't fire up, so you keep cranking it in frustration. Bad move. Holding the starter for more than 5 seconds at a time puts serious strain on both your battery and your starter motor. Not only will it quickly drain your battery, but it can also overheat the starter, leading to even bigger repair bills. Pro tip: if your bike doesn't start after 3 to 5 seconds, stop. Take a breath, check your fuel, kill switch, ignition, and battery connections. Make sure nothing's out of place. Then, give it another try. You'll save your battery, your starter, and probably your temper. Bad habit number 11, using a cheap or outdated charger. Not all battery chargers are good for your bike. In fact, some older or cheap chargers can actually ruin your battery. The problem? Many old-school chargers don't automatically stop charging once the battery is full. That constant overcharging heats up the battery and damages its internal components. The smart move? Get yourself a modern automatic trickle charger or battery tender. These devices stop charging when the battery reaches the perfect level, then switch to a maintenance mode. It's one of the best tools you can own if you want to get years out of your motorcycle battery. Bad habit number 12, leaving the key in the ignition. You might not realize it, but leaving your key in the ignition, even when the bike is off, can slowly drain your battery. Some motorcycles, especially older models, draw a tiny amount of power when the key is inserted, even if the engine isn't running. It's not much, but over several hours or days, that small drain adds up and can weaken your battery. The fix? Simple. Always remove the key when you're done riding. Make it a habit. It takes 2 seconds and can save you from a dead battery surprise. Bad habit number 13, loose or dirty battery connection. Even if your battery is brand new and fully charged, loose or dirty connections can cause all kinds of problems. A bad connection reduces the flow of electricity, making it hard for your bike to start. It also creates extra resistance, which can lead to overheating, melted wires, and damaged terminals. Here's how to stay on top of it. Check your battery terminals regularly. Make sure they're tight and free of rust or corrosion. If you spot any buildup, clean it off with a little baking soda and water, dry it thoroughly, then coat the terminals with dielectric grease or petroleum jelly. This prevents future corrosion and keeps your connections healthy. Bad habit number 14, using the wrong battery for your climate. Not all batteries handle extreme weather the same way. If you live in a place with freezing winters or blazing hot summers, using the wrong type of battery will shorten its lifespan dramatically. In cold climates, standard lead-acid batteries struggle to hold a charge, and starting a bike in freezing temperatures can be tough. In hot areas, the heat causes battery fluid to evaporate, which damages internal components and weakens performance. The solution: if you live where winters are harsh, invest in a high-quality AGM or lithium battery, which performs much better in cold weather. In hot climates, look for heat-resistant batteries designed to handle high temperatures without breaking down. It's a small investment that'll pay off with a battery that lasts way longer. Bad habit number 15, storing your bike in damp or humid places. Moisture and electricity don't mix, and a damp garage, wet storage area, or humid environment can ruin your motorcycle's battery and electrical connections. When moisture seeps into the battery terminals or wiring, it causes corrosion, weakens connections, and slowly drains your battery. The fix is easy. Keep your bike in a dry, well-ventilated space. If you live in a humid area, consider using a motorcycle cover that's breathable and water-resistant. You can also use a protective spray on your battery connections and electrical components to prevent moisture buildup and corrosion. And finally, don't assume your battery is always to blame. Sometimes the issue is your bike's charging system itself. If parts like the stator, regulator, or alternator aren't working properly, your battery won't charge the way it should. Symptoms include dim headlights, weak starts, or a battery that dies even after being fully charged. Quick check: use a multimeter to test the battery's charging voltage while the engine's running. You should get a reading between 13.5 and 14 volts. Anything outside that range means your charging system needs attention. And there you have it, the biggest battery-killing mistakes motorcycle riders make and exactly how to avoid them. A little attention and a few good habits can literally double the life of your battery, save you money, and keep you from getting stranded when you least expect it. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever killed a motorcycle battery faster than you thought possible? What's the worst battery mistake you've seen another rider make? Drop your stories in the comments. Let's get a good conversation going down there. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button. It really helps this channel reach more riders like you. And if you want more tips, tricks, and no-nonsense motorcycle advice, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. Ride safe and keep your battery charged up. I'll see you in the next one.